This is a 556 timer, but this is not the flashing that you're looking for. A few weeks ago, I went to the Superbikes at Phillip Island, and while I was there, I saw a safety car with these red flashing lights on the top. And I thought, wouldn't it be great to make a flashing light circuit like that, and maybe using something like a 555 timer instead of a microcontroller? Well, it turns out that it's probably going to take two 555 timers, and that's exactly what's inside this chip here. This is a 556. So I've put it together as per a circuit diagram that I found online, hoping that it's a starting point, and I replaced all the 10K resistors with 10K pots, and this is the only one on the circuit which is supposed to be a variable, and that's the 1 mega ohm. And in fact, it's the only one that makes a difference. If I turn it one way, then the flashing slows down. And if I turn it the other way, then the flashing speeds up. But not as useful as you might think in getting closer to the old safety car flashing. So I'm on the hunt for another circuit that might be more useful, but using the same IC. To the simulator. This is OneCircuit, which we have seen on this channel before. Very handy for checking simple circuits. And I'm simulating here two 555 timers side by side, because the simulator doesn't have a 556, but at least we can check the timing of the RC combination to make sure we're getting the flashing we're looking for. So if I turn it on, and yes, you can see with that combo, pretty much getting the flashing that we saw on the safety car at Phillip Island. Nice. And of course, you can affect it by changing things like the RC values here. So if I increase the capacitance out of the first 555, then you can see the flashing is for a lot longer, and the non-flashing is also for a lot longer. But that's the circuit working, at least on the simulator. I think the next thing to do is to reproduce it on paper in the 556 combination. So just draw out these connections on paper, then to breadboard it up and see if we can't get it working in real life. Yeah, forgot the current limiting resistor, of course. Everything else hopefully is okay. I'll gather all the bits and pieces and we'll put this thing together. Four lights, 12 volts. Let's move on. I'll breadboard up the rest of it, I think. Hopefully this is okay. The moment of truth. Well, all right. Back to the drawing board on the circuit. Possibilities are, I guess, that I've messed up where the resistors are. Maybe some of these are a bit out of spec. All right. Well, look, I'll go back and check this guy here and a few components here. We'll see if we can't get this thing to flash. That's a bit disappointing. Yep, messed up. So there was no threshold to trigger. So I've just put that in there in green, and on here, that's these blue lines here. All right, so hopefully that's maybe the only error. Let's go. Oh, that is perfect. Wow. All right. That is terrific. I think that what we really need to get the full effect is an actual safety car. So let's try and cram this into a safety car, and yeah, that is beautiful. Wow, that's indistinguishable from the real thing. I'm going to call that the circuit working for this week. See you next time.